was supposed to be a period of heightened U.S. diplomacy in the Middle East, with U.S. envoy George Mitchell named as a go-between in indirect talks between Israelis and Palestinians, and Vice President Joe Biden making a high-profile trip to Jerusalem.
There is no space between the United States and Israel when it comes to Israel's security.
And the Palestinian Authority headquarters in the West Bank.
The United States will always stand with those who take the risk that peace requires.
But during his visit, Israel announced plans for new housing in East Jerusalem, ignoring American calls for a construction freeze.
Because that decision, in my view, undermined the trust required for productive negotiations, I, and at the request of President Obama, condemned it immediately and unequivocally.
In the streets of Jerusalem, Israelis and Palestinians pondered the American role in the quest for peace.
They
have proven years ago that they are not relevant, because the only thing the Americans care about is Israeli security and not the security of others.
If Obama would make an effort to deter all those who are out against Israel, they will respect Israelis and increase the chances of making peace.
The U.S. Congress is also weighing in. Massachusetts Democrat John Kerry heads the Senate Foreign Relations Committee.
But America has a vital role to play as an energetic and effective broker.
A veteran American diplomat told the committee that it is a heavy responsibility.
When the United States speaks its views, people actually pay attention.
Daniel Kurtzer served as U.S. ambassador to both Egypt and Israel. He wants to see more from the Obama administration.
I have been disappointed this past year with the lack of boldness and the lack of creativity and the lack of strength in our diplomacy with respect to this peace process.
Others point to an increasingly complicated situation in the region. Robert Malley worked in the Clinton White House and is now with the International Crisis Group.
I can't recall a time that was more complex, contradictory, and confusing.
But if Israelis and Palestinians agree on anything, it is that the stakes in the peace process are too high for the American government to walk away. Ziad Saleh campaigns in the United States for the Palestinian cause. He also testified before the Senate panel.
The United States is the indispensable partner that can bring all parties to negotiations and agreement.
Over the years, American mediation has resulted in big progress in the peace process. 1978 brought the Camp David Accords between Egypt and Israel. And in 1993, a handshake on the White House lawn signified a pledge for peace. But today, progress appears elusive, and the main goal is to get negotiations moving again. Paula Wolfson, VOA News, Capitol Hill.
Tough sanctions. تشكل نسفا للثقة وضربة قاصمة للجهد الذي بذل خلال الشهور الماضية لإطلاق المفاوضات غير المباشرة.